Welcome to Moto Sumo On Demand. This pre-recorded class is optimized for mobile viewing. Try our live classes to get the full experience with personal instructor feedback in real time, support from fellow riders, games, and emojis. Live classes have been proven to double your chances of sticking to your routine. Download the Moto Sumo app and start a free trial.
Hello, we are officially ready to get started. Thank you so much for showing up on time. My name is Dallas. For those of you that have never had the pleasure of doing any of these workouts with before, please make sure that all things on your bikes are tight and good to go. That means seats, handlebars, shoes. Make sure you have a towel and make sure you have some source of hydration. For those of you who are joining us on demand, anything that is not live, we will always want to remind you to do your best to join us for some type of a live ride, because we have people all over the world coaching and teaching classes. I want to say outside of the weekend perhaps, as often as we can throughout the day, morning and night, hour after hour after hour after hour, as many time zones as possible. We do have people leading workouts, so please feel free to look into those, join us for those. I want to get started because we do have 30 minutes. At this point, we're already at less than 30 minutes. So let's get started now. Let's get going now. For those of you that know what Resistance 1 is, you want to get started there. If you don't know what Resistance 1 is, I am here to tell you, I am here to invite you to Resistance 1. What you want to do is you want to drop your resistance as low as you need to, as low as you can. Maybe start to roll out your neck or roll out your shoulders or anything like that, so that you can feel good and feel as prepared as possible. And once you've done that, brace your core a little bit, maybe wiggle your fingers, imagine yourself on some type of a flat road, something smooth, something where there is no real headwind and no side winds. There's no parachute on your back. It's just you and you riding your bike, and again, feeling good as you do it. We have 4 RPM zones: red, yellow, green, and blue in order from fastest to slowest. And we have 4 resistance levels, but we'll only make use of 3 of them. Resistance is 1, 2, and 3. So we're working light today, we're working fast, and we're doing our best to get whatever it is that we need to get out of this ride. So that could be something emotional, that could be something physical, it could be something mental. Whatever it is for you, get it out of this ride. Let's go for our first burst of speed. Anything faster than what you're already doing in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It could be 5, could be 9, could be 13 RPMs. Whatever it is though, RPMs are going up. Five, 3, 1. All right, good job. Remember, brace your core, stay at Resistance 1 for now, and just allow your legs to move. Don't think too hard, don't stress yourself, don't overwhelm yourself. Round number 2, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go fast, let's have some fun again. 10 seconds. Everybody's slowing down between 70 and 90. In 3, 2, 1, relax. Minimum 70, maximum 90 is where your RPM is. If you need to use your resistance to help you get to 70, 90, then great. You want to do that now. Honestly, we're all increasing our resistance anyway. So regardless if you do it before or after you get to 70, 90, doesn't really matter. As long as you are experiencing resistance 2. So instead of being on that light road, you want to start to think about something changing. So that could be you fighting through a storm, right? Running through a storm, running through some tough winds. Maybe rain starts to fall on the outside. Maybe again, a pair of shoes on your back, or perhaps a baby alligator is chasing you. I don't know how fast a baby alligator would be, but you gotta run a little bit faster. Gotta be a little bit more intense and a little more purposeful in your strides and in the power that you're producing. Position 2 is coming up. You do not necessarily have to stay at your same RPM when you do this, but I do want us to wake up. 70 to 90, position 2. Hands out, butt up. Let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a seat. We want to give that one more shot. Round number 2, 70 to 90 on our RPM, position 2. If you happen to fall down to the blue RPM zone, there's no problem with that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. "15 seconds. You want to think abs and hips here. You have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a seat. We want to do one more thing to finish warming up. Join me at resistance 3. Instead of thinking about pushing through something or fighting against something, right? So what I mean by that is, instead of thinking of the idea of the parachute, or the idea of the headwind, or the idea of the rain falling from the sky, or a puddle, I actually want you to think about physically pushing something with your own personal strength. Physically pushing something with your own personal strength. Blue RPM zone is here. Remember that we have 4 resistance levels, but we're only making use of 3 of them today. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the most challenging or the heaviest resistance that you've ever done before. Position 2, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. You know, speaking of rain though, this random memory just came back to my mind. I drove here, I relocated to Dallas, Texas from South Florida. And during my drive here is actually when Brooke reached out to me, literally during my drive here. Different story, long story, another conversation. But the point is, it was raining one of those days. It was like a very weird storm that just came out of nowhere. And I had to fight through that, driving all safe and whatnot. Small bursts of speed out of our seat, 15 seconds. So I want you to be cautious, all right, but I want you to make sure that you're getting where you need to get to. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Make sure that you have enough resistance underneath your pedals. This is a very, very, very short one. It's a little power push. You have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Bring it right back. Remember, relaxed shoulders, braced core, feeling good, not stressed, not overwhelmed. Round number 2, 15 seconds. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, let's go. You have 8, 6, 4, 2, bring it back. 2 rounds down, we have 1 more round to go. Round number 3 of 3. 15 seconds, the absolute best RPM that you can give. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's run. Almost there. Saddle, water, towel. In 4, 3, 2, 1, take a seat. Beautiful job. Saddle, water, towel. You can bring your resistance wherever you feel like you need to. I'm going to let you know what is approaching. What is approaching is 1 45-second sprint. It takes a professional, an Olympic level, male specifically, 400-meter sprinter, about 45 seconds to cover 400 meters. All right, 1 lap around a full-size track. With that being said, on average, right? On average. With that being said, we are probably able to cover more than 400 meters in 45 seconds on a bike. So we're gonna do our best to just imagine ourselves going through that. You have approximately 30 seconds before we get started. I want you to take a look at the top of your screen. What you'll find, especially in a live ride, is a 60-second right now red timer. 45 seconds, and again, you wanna imagine, you don't wanna imagine yourself running. Imagine yourself on your bike. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. When it comes to fast and fun, we're working our anaerobic energy system. We're depending on the sugars and the ATP and the creatine phosphate, or phosphocreatine, however you want to pronounce it, or however you want to order those 2 words. Those are what you're depending on to produce your energy for you. And it's the same thing that professional sprinters and professional power lifters and all kinds of athletes depend on when they're doing their most powerful movements as well. And then the oxygen comes in and at other points. You have 8, you have 6, you have 4, final 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. 45 seconds recovery, and then we will begin our 10-minute timer, right? 10-minute timer. All right, everybody, minimum 70, maximum 90. Minimum 70, maximum 90. Minimum 70, maximum 90 on your personal RPM. I want to do 70 to 90 and resistance 2 to 3. I honestly want you closer to resistance 3 than 2. Closer to resistance 3 than 2. Get there ASAP. "15 seconds, 90 or above. 15 seconds, 90 or above. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's go." You'll notice that you have resistance underneath your pedals. that should limit you to about 105. 3, 2, 1. Good job. 30 seconds recovery. And we're going again. So here's the idea. Right now we're at 70 to 90. When we sprint, we want to go 90 to 100. So even if you are at 90, you only want to increase by 10 more RPMs. So make sure that you have sufficient resistance to hold you back. 8 seconds out. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. These are little power pushes, a strong combination of resistance and RPM. We want to enter epoch. We'll talk about what epoch is. You have 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds recovery. So epoch stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. I sound super scientific and super intelligent. Regardless of whether I am or not is besides the point. The point is that when you enter that state, what it does is even after your workouts, your body feels like it's continuing to work, because what it's doing is it's recovering you. It's returning all of your oxygen levels back to where they were when you eat, and you get your carbs and you get your proteins back into your body. They work super efficiently. So that's why you want to work in these anaerobic energy system focus intervals. 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds. Let's go. Same idea, maximum 100. Same idea, maximum 100. Come on. Woo. We're going resistance 1 or 2 shortly. Instead of 2 to 3, we're going resistance 1 to 2 very, very shortly. Final 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Your resistance falls back down. Minimum 80, maximum 100. Minimum 80, maximum 100 on your personal RPM. "45 seconds above 100. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 45 seconds above 100. On the other side of this, there will be 30 seconds of recovery. On the other side of this 45-second sprint, there will be 30 seconds of recovery. Almost there. 5, 3, 1. All right, good job. Everybody slow your legs back down. It's only 30 seconds to recover and you're going yet again. But for 30 seconds this time. So what has been the pattern? 15, 30, and then 45. Now we're going 45, 30, and then 15. And instead of a maximum of 100, we want a minimum of 100. Round number 2, 30 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Want you be my number one. Focus and high energy here. "15 seconds of recovery time in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. You have 15 seconds of recovery, my friends. Keep your legs moving. Keep your legs moving. Final round in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time at 100 or above, can we hit the red RPM zone? Can we do it shortly? Can we do it sharply? Can we be quick about it? You have 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Everybody rest and recover. Everybody rest and recover. Minimum 80, maximum 100. Minimum 80, maximum 100. If you take 45, 30, and 15 and add them together, what do you get? Carry the 90. 90 seconds is how we're going to wrap up this 10-minute timer, and we're gonna do it with a little bit of attitude. This purple color, for those of you that do not know, represent the within the last 10 or less minutes for any of our workouts here at Moto. With that being said, I want to give you approximately 30 seconds to just stretch your legs out, starting now. If you need a few extra seconds, you'll take it, but the timer is at the top of our screen, and as soon as we see 90 seconds remaining, that is when we'll take off for the best RPM that we can do without any limits, without any boundaries, without any barriers. Now, of course, I want you to be smart. I don't want you to go so fast that your foot flies out of your pedal, and I trust you to do that. Everybody, drop your butt down. Let's get ready for our 90 seconds of high intensity work. It's coming quickly. The best RPM you have in 3, 2, 1, let's go. The RPM is up to you, the number is up to you, your goals are up to you. But whatever you do, have control, be patient, take your time, right? You're not in a rush, but you still want to feel good while doing this. Remember that your 90-second effort will most likely not feel how your 15-second effort felt. So you might not reach the same RPM. It might not feel as nice to hold on to that same number, that same goal as it did for a lot less time. But do your best. Embrace it. Endure. Finish and finish strong. Almost there. These are your final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job, everybody. Join me now in the blue RPM zone. Position 2, let's go. Final time today. We're continuing to recover from all of our speed work, but we don't want to fall asleep. Resistance up, resistance 3. Let's go. Same resistance, same RPM. All we're doing is taking a seat. 3, 2, 1. Drop your butt down. Same resistance, same RPM. All we're doing is dropping our seat, or dropping our butt into our seat. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a 60-second race coming up. To wrap up this experience, to wrap up this ride, the absolute best 60 seconds that you can give, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Dallas. Should I drop my resistance? Yes, you should. You should 100%, without any doubt, drop your resistance down. And when you drop your resistance down, you will find that you can go a lot faster than you might have been able to go. All right, it should just feel good. No, you don't see it, right? You don't necessarily see the RPM, but you can still feel good about it. And if you can see it, why not just cover it, right? Maybe you have a different whole modality, a whole system going on where you can see it, cover it. Don't see it. Work against yourself. Go for a feeling instead of a metric. Almost there. 15 more. These are your final 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done, done, done. Excellent job, excellent work. The pink color is on officially. That means that our ride is done. Thank you all so much for working as hard as you did today. As always, I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that something felt good to you during that ride, during the experience, during the workout. When you are ready, you can stop your legs. If you want to continue to allow them to go, then be my guest. But again, when you are ready, you can completely stop your legs, reach your hands towards the end of your handlebars, push your butt back over your seat, drop your elbows down. And then switch sides. Hips to the handlebars, arching your back, feeling good about it. Maybe squeezing your shoulder blades back together. And then when you're ready, switch sides, opposite foot forward. When you're ready, you'll take a seat. Thank you all again so much for joining me today for this ride. If you ever have any questions, I haven't done this in a while, so I'll just take some time, go through the 5 formats for you just quickly. I don't know what's telling me today, but some of you might have some questions and you might be hesitating to take something that you shouldn't be hesitating to take. So we have fast and fun, which is what you just did. Think light resistance, think power, think speed. We also have endurance game, which I do an hour before this class starts. Longer pushes, right? Could be fast, could be slow, could be heavy, could be light. But the point is that we use oxygen to produce most, if not all, of our efforts. So 1-minute challenges, 90-second challenges, 2-minute challenges. We even did a 3-minute challenge earlier on today. We also have Stronger Together. Now that could be against some more power pushes, but the focus is resistance, more grindier. If you like that green RPM zone, maybe a little bit of yellow here and there, and definitely obviously blue, then that would be the ride for you. Very, very limited red RPM zone stuff and things of that nature. We also have our beginner ride, which can be done at any point for recovery or if it's your first ride. And then remember that last but not least, we have our signature ride. Our signature ride is a combination of any of those rides and more. All right, so any more questions you have, reach out to me, _DallasJ on Instagram. Join us on Facebook, find an accountability partner, find a partner to just ride with, and that is it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you all again so much. Have a good one.